And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to Coin Plays Tarot. My name is Coin. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. As a set of quick announcements, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That way, when uploads are made, you can see what the stars are trying to say to you. Also, individual reads are back open. So if you're interested in getting a one-on-one with me, links are on main and the bio description area. Also, either message or email directly, and we can set that up, okay? So what are we looking at, Aquarius? This round of reads is going to be one-to-ones. It's a style of reading that I do that examines a direct relational dynamic between person A and person B, point A and point B. Two major caveats to this style of reading. First, while they tend to get called love readings because of the level of intensity that's involved, they're not always lovely, right? We talk about everything at the table, not just nice things about butterflies, rainbows, and things of that nature. So that's the first. And the second, it ain't always got to be about love. Promise you. It can be about family, friends, coworkers, maybe even somebody you just met, right? What is the most prevalent relationship dynamic that we're seeing as we're coming to the table? So that's the first. Now, preamble to that read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even if it gets difficult, understand I, as your tarot card reader, am not here to misguide you or mislead you. That's not why I put the work that I do into this channel, let alone the videos I do for all the sign collectives, right? We lay it all out on the table. Lay out all your cards, good or bad, come rain or sunshine. We're going to have a conversation because at the end of the day, that's what tarot is about. So follow along with me in your read today, Aquarius. You're one-to-one for the month of January. And yeah, let's see what the cards say. You're going to be over here, and your person is going to be over here. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for the Aquarian Collective. What do we need to see, please, for Aquarius? On your side? Okay, well, I mean, that's how it is sometimes. Five of Swords. So making decisions that you regret or the notion that you just can't get it right. I'm trying to understand why. On their end, the Hermit. Card of Virgo. Interesting. On their end, they're saying their dynamic is totally and absolutely fixable if we gave it a shot. On your end, you're saying you've messed it up too much to even attempt to try. I wonder what rift happened between you two, because this person seems absolutely open-minded that they want to fix things with you, but the steps actually had to be made towards that, right? The Hermit, that's somebody who trusts in their wisdom, but it comes from knowledge and experience, and therefore them delving back into themselves and the plethora of knowledge that they have comes from a form of isolation and well-trained thought mechanism, i.e., when they look towards you, yeah, it ain't all perfect. I understand that. It is also very much fixable because I said so. I'm willing to do that work. Hold on. I'm going to go turn off this heater. It's really cold. Tarot card readers to people too. And I'm keeping that in the video because tarot card readers are indeed people too. When they look towards you, they're saying it is healable, it is fixable, but they want you to actually put in that effort. On your end, you're saying it's unsalvageable, or that I just can't seem to get this right, that Five of Swords. Why do we have such a harsh critique of the self when you have another party who says they want to solve the problem with you? Okay. Fronts and backs, reveal fronts and backs in this read. Now that we have two distinguished parties on each side, let's look at what's being directly communicated, and by extension, what's kind of being left out of the conversation, the fronts and the backs. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Aquarius in this read. What defines their fronts and backs between them and their person? Yep. Okay. Yeah. The Fool. The belief that a new beginning very much can happen. and a base level optimism. Again, this is why your framework, the mental model you're approaching this with, suggests that it's unworkable, and simultaneously you still hope for it. It's like you're not giving that part up. So what's going on their end? Justice, the card of Libra. Okay, so what does equity and power balance look like between you two? Two of Swords, confusion. Okay, because if it is doable, like if it works, why don't it work? Right? So what's going on here? What you're not directly saying out loud is that you want a new beginning, right? You have contradictory feelings. Your mind is telling you it's unfixable. Your heart is telling you, let's do it over again and again as much as necessary, because I see new opportunity here if you see that with me. So in a very meek demeanor, you're saying you're willing to try, but right now you're basically all the anxieties and nightmares are getting to you, Aquarius. And I'm just trying to figure out why you're being so harsh with yourself. It doesn't seem very nice at all. On their end, Justice, the card of Libra, represents like the balancing of scales or accepting the process, even from a legalistic manner. That's a card that oftentimes represents contracts. Lay it out on the table. Here's what it is. Here's what this side did. Here's what this side did. Let's call a spade a spade. However, if I'm going through all this math with you, why aren't we getting to the end of that equation? Right? In other words, what's the common denominator here? And that's why we get that Two of Swords. We say that we're going through this process, but we're not coming to any meaningful conclusion, right? They're willing to do the work with you. They're willing to do the healing with you. Whatever that is, you say it, we got it. However, on your end, we're just saying it can't be done, but oh, let's hope for more. What are you trying to gain out of this, Aquarius? I guess that's a bigger question that I have, because right now I see why that person is left in a state of confusion, because it's not going anywhere, right? You say you want this and you're actively executing the opposite. Instead, sit with the uncomfortability of why do we feel it's unsalvageable, unfixable? That's a better place to start. Positions, reveal individual positions for Aquarius and their person in this read. Those cards that we need to see, please. Upon individual positions between Aquarius and their person within this read. On your end, Three of Pentacles. And again, this is a workable dynamic. We've already established this many times. Why do we feel like we can't fix it? That's the thing that's still getting at me, even as your reader. On their end, Four of Wands. Okay, so there's an emotional inequity happening here. Four of Wands represents oftentimes a deeper level of a relationship, particularly an intimate partner bond. Here, let's get to the underneath, because I think it's going to spell out a lot. Yeah, the Hierophant, card of Taurus. We have a choice to make. What is our path that we're choosing to follow? The reason why you're sabotaging, or the notion that, I just can't get it right. I'm going to be okay with the little things here. I just want a new beginning. You're trying to keep a level of friendship with something that obviously spells out a lot more with this party. Now, why we're playing small here, again, I'm not entirely sure, because everything could be fixed between you and them. However, they pretty much laid out whatever they need to say, and it's because, like, they're being honest and came to the honest to goodness conclusion that you are tiptoeing around Aquarius, whereas on their end, they said, okay, ... If you say you want all these things, ... and 1 + 1 = 2, ... That's what you're telling me. You want something a lot deeper with me, and I said I'm okay with that, but you have to acknowledge that within yourself. On your end, you're saying, no, we're just good friends. In other words, that Five of Swords is not simply, denial or anxiety through sabotage. It's I'm purposefully trying to play dumb even with myself to deny what I also see right in front of my face. That's why that fire, or what's spelling out as a much brighter beginning that could be, again, that fool would not be standing behind you if not. You're communicating base level optimism, but we're still friends. We're just friends. We're only friends. And because we're only friends, I cannot want for more with this, when in fact your heart is now battling your head on this one. That the Pentacles then becomes a false contract between you and this party, because you're saying, oh, we're just good collaborative, acquaintances, we have a workable dynamic, whereas they're reflecting exactly what you're saying back to them. Again, that Justice, the card of Libra, the balance of the scales. They're only reflecting what you're telling them. However, the conclusion that they're coming to, because they've been so honest with you, is that you're telling me you want a relationship. The moment I say that, you're saying, no, we're just friends. Why we're denying that to ourselves, Aquarius, not entirely sure. But what it does spell out, I can see why the frustration is there. They're totally willing to work on things and all of this with you. However, you're not honest with yourself right now. You want a new beginning, and simultaneously that new beginning is predicated on what is functionally in your dynamic a lie, because it has nowhere to go. That's just where it stands. Okay, fair enough. Again, and if I seem like I get harsh during the reads, understand I would never purposely sign bash or try to hate on individual signs. That's not what I do here. But we gotta call what we see on the board. Between party A and party B, you being over here, Aquarius, we're purposely being obtuse about something that's being spelled out for us. When we say it, it's getting reflecting right back at us like a mirror, right? You said you wanted all these things. This person processes it, says it right back to you. You say it's not that. You say the same thing again. They process it, say it right back to you. Oh, it can't be that. It must be this. So I'm going to keep on saying this, hoping for that new beginning of something I already lied to myself about. And simultaneously, I don't want you to leave me behind. But when you reflect it back to me, I don't like what I'm hearing, because I'm not honest about what I want from this. That's just what the balance is right now. So now that we have two parties on the board, both looking at each other 1-1, let's see what's being shared down the middle. Show us what occupies the bridging gap between these two parties for Aquarius in their 1-1 read. Show us the cards we need to see, please. What's happening between Aquarius and their person in this 1-1 read. What is going on with Aquarius and their person in this 1-1 read today? Down the middle, what is shared? The Hermit, again, fixable. Healing can happen. Do we genuinely want to pursue that? We both say we want to reconcile, that we want to trust our better judgment, but we're coming at it from different angles, and that's where the opposition lays. Six of Pentacles. The everyday investments, the little things that we put in every single time, will spell out our ultimate solution to this problem. Four of Swords. An emotion of reprieve or relaxation. It doesn't require us to just harp over it, be absolutely negative about possibility. Sometimes we do need to relax, let's just not get stuck there. Devil, card of Capricorn. Interesting, because we are, even as we end Capricorn season, moving into your season, Aquarius, it's still a good card to pull, because this is the reason for the season. The problems that we did not address that was coming up before between you and I are now starting to show themselves, right? What are we investing ourselves into? Because truth set you free, first will piss you off. And here, Aquarius, I'm seeing somebody who this problem we're pretending doesn't exist is exactly why we can't work on it, right? The thing is, you're saying they're hearing it wrong versus they heard you completely right. You just don't want to accept their answer. Eight of Pentacles, tried and true and well practiced. Here I'm tying it back to that Devil. Yeah, you know what's up, and they do too. Now, who is being honest with who? That's a bigger and better question. Underneath it all, Knight of Pentacles. The slowest moving of all the knights, here trying to build something into a tangible reality. Picking up, selling their goods, their merchants, their wares, bit by bit. And coupling that with the Hierophant, the card of Taurus, we're trying to pursue this path to the umpteenth degree and really live out that truth. What does that truly mean? I think we need to come to a conclusion about this. So, moving forward, define the major arcana strewn across the table for Aquarius in their read. We'll first start with that Fool. What are we hoping to gain out of new beginnings? Show us the cards that we need to see, please. First, we start with the Fool, and Aquarius is 1-1 read on their side. What about new beginnings are we looking forward to? Okay. King of Wands. All this fire, all this capacity to do the absolute perfect and right thing to lay all problems to rest. We want a new beginning without conflict, but we will not acknowledge conflict. Where are we going? To the Hermit, the card of Virgo. King of Cups. Again, they're trying to be as fair and honest as possible with your Aquarius. The thing is, they've been accurate and spot on the whole time. What are we doing with that? Next, to Justice, card of Libra. Page of Pentacles. When push comes to shove, I'm still willing to try if you're willing to be honest. Thing is, every time we talk about honesty, we come back to the first step of this problem. There is no communication issue at all. It's just that you're not listening to what's being reflected back at you. To the Hermit. Lovers, card of Gemini. We can heal this life's pathway between each other, but it requires you to be honest. What are we sitting on that devil with? The Four of Wands. Oh, okay. Got it. Whereas they heard exactly what you said over here, they know exactly what you're trying to reflect and what you're trying to put down. They're picking up what you're putting down perfectly, Aquarius. There's no playing dumb here. They know what they heard and they reflected all that back to you. You keep on insisting it's just friendship. It's just an entire dynamic. You can heal a lover's pathway. It's totally and absolutely honest. You have to be honest because I'm seeing one or two scenarios playing out here. And they both spell out the idea of what you truly want. The first, you have developed feelings for somebody outside of a relationship, right? That Four of Wands behind the devil is I telling myself, even though everything else, all my emotional and intentional energy directs towards you, and you have told me back exactly, you're responding, you're picking up what I'm putting down. I'm telling you it can only be friendship because I'm already in a relationship. That's the first. The second, do you actually even want to be in that relationship anymore? Even if there wasn't a third party, you're still not communicating the notion of I want to be here. We can fix the abstract of love we have between each other, or we could talk real and say, do we really want to be here anymore? And both of those conflicts spell out the same truth, Aquarius. They've heard exactly what you've been trying to say to them. You haven't been listening to yourself. Where do we move with that? How do we actually engage with that in a productive manner? Okay. Resolution. We do cards of resolution for Aquarius in this read. What is held in the space of resolution for Aquarius in this 1-1 read today? Because it is tough. I see why you're minimizing it back down to the notion of friendship, because it makes it easier for you to say that and then go back to whatever relationship you claim that you're involved in. However, they heard everything that you said to them. And when they reflect that back at you, you hear it too, because you're the one who said it. Just saying. I'm just saying they were spot on in that communication effort. What do you truly want between yourself and them? They were honest with you. You have to be honest with yourself. Resolution is held in resolution between Aquarius and their person. And that's a break. Why are we breaking? Reveal resolution in Aquarius' 1-1 read today. What is held in the space of resolution? Ten of Cups, harmony and synchronicity. Okay, this offer got put back on the table for the reason. Now you're trying to really decipher what that reason is within your life. And the Ten of Wands. Interesting that water and fire now become your burden. Underneath it all, Ace of Wands. Yeah, the fire's back and it's kicking. Why? Because you want this person in your life. But you keep on saying we're just really good friends when emotionally it obviously points in a much deeper direction between you two. Here's what's going on, Aquarius. You are purposely trying to sabotage a dynamic that you want a new beginning with, because if you even admit to yourself how much you want it, it will inevitably become that truth. You have told this person, we're just good compadres, good friends, good pals, whatever that means, but it's just an acquaintanceship. But when they reflect exactly what you said back to them, verbatim, point by point, it leaves them confused because they heard you right. You want much deeper and you're denying it to the self. And so down the middle, we have to ask, is this a salvageable dynamic? Because I want to keep this person in my life just at the most minimal, if not distance level. You don't want them there, but you don't want them with you. What do you want from this dynamic? Because it's falling into one or two categories I'm seeing as your reader. Either A, you want something very deep, of a deeper emotional bond with somebody outside of your pre-existing relationship, i.e. you've grown feelings for somebody else. Or B, we're just in the relationship that we're currently in for the aesthetics, but not this reality anymore. So where are we sitting with? The harmony of the moment. Can it all be fixed? Absolutely. The person reflected everything you told back to them with spot on accuracy, or the burden of having to do the deeper work, because it's not just this Three of Pentacles between you two anymore. We're not just good pals. So much more than that. If you're willing to do the work, you may find that out. That's all I see in your read today, Aquarius. I hope this conversation helps. And yeah, it's a toughie, but it is the reality that we have to sit with. The only way we'll be able to push through it is you can only meet them as much as you met yourself. Sit with it for a bit. I know this was, again, kind of one of the stinging and drawing conversations again. Your sign has been experiencing a lot of that for the past 2 months or so, at least from what I remember in your one-to-ones. But it is something worth taking into consideration, because if you're being honest with them and they're being honest back to you, then you have to ask what your honesty really means. That's all I got in your read today, Aquarius. And yeah, take it piece by piece. We'll find the answers eventually, okay? See ya.